My father was framed, and he died full of hatred and regret. 13 years later, I finally got out of prison, and I only had one goal: revenge. So I started getting close to them, but I didn't expect my identity to get exposed so quickly. That night, a man suddenly broke into my house. I attacked him on instinct until he finally said his name. That's when I recognized him. He was the man who picked me up the day I got out of prison. He said he wanted to help me, but I turned him down immediately.
But I can be just as powerful an enemy as any one of them.
To get close to Daniel, the son of one of my enemies, I showed up at a polo match, and that's where I saw Bill, my father's closest friend. More than 10 years had passed, and he didn't recognize me at all, so I took the chance and approached him first. Bill lowered his guard almost immediately. He even invited me to dinner. He was one of the people who helped destroy my father. Back then, he and my father were like brothers, but in the end, he stabbed him in the back harder than anyone. Even now, I still remember what my father wrote in that letter. His biggest regret was trusting the wrong people. To earn Bill's trust even more, I visited his company the next day as an investor, and Bill already knew from Victoria that I had money. So to lure me in, he personally showed me around the company, showing off how much money he could make. But I played hard to get on purpose. Right then, I got a message. The beach house I was staying in had just been bought, and I instantly knew who did it. I cornered Nolan in his car. After pushing him for answers, he finally admitted it. He bought the house himself and transferred it into my name. He said he only wanted to help me get revenge, but somehow, that only made him harder to figure out. Right then, a Ferrari pulled up by the curb. Without hesitation, I turned and wrapped my arms around Nolan. A second later, Bill stepped out of the car. He glanced at me and Nolan. During dinner, Bill started asking questions about Nolan, because in his world, Nolan was a very powerful man. But I avoided the question completely. Instead, I asked Bill to buy shares of Unified Telecom for me. I told him I had insider information, that the stock was about to skyrocket. Bill clearly didn't fully believe me, but the next morning, the news suddenly announced that Nolan's international company had officially partnered with Unified Telecom. The second the story broke, the stock exploded. I immediately called Bill and told him to put all my money into it. And once Bill saw Nolan backing the deal himself, plus all the media coverage, he became completely convinced. He thought it was the opportunity of a lifetime. He even dumped his company's entire fortune into the stock.
Everyone in Anakam, people, buy up everything they're selling. Everything, now!
Just when Bill thought he was about to become insanely rich overnight, Nolan released a video and publicly announced that the partnership rumor was completely fake. Seconds later, Unified Telecom's stock crashed. In almost no time at all, Bill lost everything. He completely panicked. To keep investors from finding out, he ordered everyone in the company to stay quiet. What he didn't know was, I already had his investors' contact list, and at that exact moment, I was calling every single one of them. Not long after, the police came for Bill, and the rest of his life was about to be spent behind bars. At the same time, Victoria got her hands on my background file through a private investigator. She started realizing I had gotten close to her son for a reason, but no matter how hard she tried, she still couldn't figure out why. So to learn the truth, she decided to invite me to her house and confront me face to face.